How's it going? I'm Ben Hommiller.
Russ Canari.
And it's been a little while since we've had a chance to sit down and talk to you guys about some of the stuff we've been doing. What we're going to talk about now are things we've already released and already talked about as far as blogs go, but we want to give you our kind of personal opinion on everything, our little spin on what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, because honestly, we're fans of the game too, and there's a lot of cool stuff that I think we do a really good job of covering in the blogs, but I don't think you get like a lot of the perspective of how it really impacts it or why it's cool or why I enjoy playing it.
I mean, because at the end of the day, we're just as big a fans of the game as we are people working on it. So we're enjoying this too. As far as working on it and seeing what this year's game is going to be, and so we want to kind of talk about a little bit about our experience with it that you guys are going to share once you get the game yourselves.
Yeah. So first up would be presentation, and ESPN and the replays, and I mean, it really just changes the game. Like, because as soon as you see it when you start playing the game, it's just like, okay, wow. That looks like what I see every single weekend when I'm watching college football. Just making it polished and clean, from everything from the wipes to the replays.
And also being able to use this year's broadcast style and not the old previous one. It was nice to be able to kind of debut that. You'll see it. You saw it in the bowl games, and you'll see it all season long. But you get a chance to see kind of a first look at how it's actually going to work in the game.
I was watching the game last night on ESPN, and you just saw the wipe come across right before the replay. It looks the exact same, which leads into the next thing, is actual replays.
Yeah.
Amazingly different. I mean, huge upgrade. I mean, because you actually get in the action, you can see things that, broadcast can't do. We can do. We can get you on the field, move the camera around, follow the running back. There's some really neat replays in there. I
mean, the Skycam years ago was actually invented based on video games. The angle that we had is something that broadcast TV said, we'd love to have that angle. Mm-hmm. And this is kind of a next kind of step in that, is that these are replays that they've never done before, angles they've never had before, and a lot of times can't have. So it's kind of really cool to be able to see the action in a whole new way. I mean, you've seen commercials for the game before, you've seen videos we put out and go, well, that game doesn't look like that. I mean, it looks good, but it doesn't look like that. Now you're seeing the same angles that we do, on these pre-made marketing pieces where we have guys in there setting keyframes and turning the camera. This is happening on the fly during your game. You're able to see it live.
My favorite by far is the one behind the running back.
Yeah.
Break a big running play, and the camera just kind of follows your running back down the field. By far my favorite.
I've had enough press box views. I want that right in their view.
So next up, we got 120 ways to win and real assignment AI. Two, just major differences in the game. Not only because it wasn't enough to just make the game look different, right? I mean, you have to make it play different too. And the 120 way wins, we've gone over them ad nauseum. I mean, we got spread, option, everything under the sun. Personally, between all the options we have available, I've been running the spread the most. I love it. And then with the way the blocking is, you can see it pre-play in a lot of our videos. You actually see the matchups. The read option is perhaps my favorite play in the game now, hands down. I mean, I've been running it. I'm trying to build my entire offense actually around it, where it doesn't matter what team, we're running the read option.
It's just like Texas in 05. All you really need is that play, and maybe a couple other keep the defense honest, but you can run that zone option perfectly.
And I can't stress enough how much the blocking makes a difference. I mean, because we call out who's getting blocked, who we're leaving unblocked, which, for a lot of people, I don't think they even knew that we were supposed to leave the end unblocked on those plays. So it's nice to be able to see that pre-play. It's like, okay, this is the guy that you're reading. Watch if he comes down, or watch if he comes towards you, and you react off that.
I'm from the old school, and so with that, I love running the option. That's college football. I love running the option, and having that end unblocked to be able to make that read. And so when you're running these triple option plays, to be able to kind of ride it out. That's the animation you love right there. You're quarterback just riding out the ball. And make that decision based on the end. Is he crashing down? If he is, I'm keeping that and taking it out. If he stays at home, hand that to the fullback, picking up 3-4 yards, and moving on from there. It's so much fun. High school, I used to run a veer offense in high school, so it's like my old days doing that. It's a good time.
Well, because even it's like with the 120 ways to win, a lot of the playbooks got revisited, heavily. A bunch of new plays added. I know Georgia Tech's one of the playbooks you like to use when running the option. I think there were some issues last year where you couldn't kind of get the flow of the defense going one way and actually run back the other. We didn't really set it up to allow you to do that. It really, the game feels so much different this year. It's a lot of fun.
There's misdirection plays added to that Georgia Tech playbook, those triple option playbooks. So if you are a guy that plays with them and somebody else keys on your play side motion, well now, you want some misdirection, sneak it back to the other side, bust a big play. So that's been nice. That's a nice addition right there. But yeah, you mentioned locomotion. No gameplay talk can go without talking about locomotion. That is the game changer for the year. It
changes everything as far as recruiting and what players you're using and what you look for, what's important. Speed's no longer the most important thing, especially when I'm going after linemen. I think that's the best example is recruiting linemen now, speed is almost irrelevant. What you really look for is acceleration and agility. You want a guy that's, as soon as he gets free, he's going to break through. And, really, he'll get to the quarterback before the quarterback can get up to speed and get outside. It really, like I said,
But it's offensive linemen, too. It's being able to pull and be able to get to the outside and make a block. you have to have the acceleration to be able to do that, and agility to be able to turn direction and be able to pick up other defensive players. It's a great addition to have that. Acceleration and agility are the two key. I mean, those are the keys to football. Speed comes with those.
Yes.
But you got to have those first, and so that's really a part of locomotion, and that's why it makes it so much fun to play.
Exciting, and I mean, like, and we only really touched on two of the offenses. Really, we didn't even really get into the run and shoot, and the pro style and the one back, which I've always been a fan of the one back offense. But there's so many different ways to play the game between different playbooks, because even spread teams feel different. You know, I mean, Kent State feels different from Michigan. I love my Kent State.
He's been having a great time at Kent State. Yeah, but that's the thing. Yeah, what kind of spread do you run? Is it the spread no huddle? Is it the spread option? Mm-hmm. Is it the spread just to pass it around a little bit? You know, there's all different varieties of spread in the world of college football, and same thing in the game. All right, so that's going to do it. Just wanted to check in with you guys and tell you some of the new things we've done since the last time we had a chance to talk to you.
A lot of cool stuff, everything from gameplay, presentation, ESPN, and really, I mean, it's just kind of the tip of the iceberg, to be honest. I mean, we got more information coming out around E3. The demo's coming out soon.
Yeah.
The game itself's out July 13th.
We haven't even talked about Dynasty yet or anything else that we're doing in the game so far. Lots of great stuff still to come. So until then, I'm Ben.
And I'm Russ.
So make sure you check us out at our homepage and also on Facebook. Feel free to give us a good like us.